I'm a traveler, far from home. I get lost, but I'll press on. There's a mansion in streets of cold where I belong. Yes, there's a day coming soon where the old will be brand new, and heaven's glory shines like a morning before our eyes. When we all see Jesus, when we all see Jesus, no more sickness, no more madness, no more pain. When we all see Jesus face to face, then we will sing with angel voices, and there will be a great rejoicing. And holy, holy, worthy, worthy is the Lamb. Oh, oh, oh. When we all see Jesus, yes, when we all see Jesus, no more sickness, no more madness, no more pain. When we all see Jesus face to face, yes, when we all see Jesus face to face.
Welcome to Henderson General Baptist Church devotion time. And normally I have Mitchell with me, but he is not able to be here this morning with me, so I am doing it by myself. That song that Evan just sang, he is going to be here with me in the next couple of weeks, and he will be with me over the course of most of the summer, different times, being able to be with me in person. So he's going to be helping me with the Bible studies and singing. And I'm so thankful for him, and I'm praying for safe travels for him and his family as they make their way here. And Joyce gets to go around to a lot of churches. She is the president of the General Baptist Bible College there in the Philippines, and I'll probably have her on a couple of Wednesdays with me over the course of the summer to talk about what she does and what's going on over in the Philippines. So again, Mitchell's not with me, but he will be next week, hopefully, and then after that, hopefully, Evan will be. I put up my live verse. You can't see it on this screen. Here, let me put it on this screen here so you can see my shirt that I have, because this is my life verse. It's not just a verse that we use for 2024 at the church or 2025. We didn't use it just as a theme verse. It is my life verse. And oftentimes what happens is that we don't live life in such a way that says my life means nothing to me. It's worth nothing to me unless I use it for finishing the work assigned me by the Lord Jesus. It is the work of telling others the good news about the wonderful grace of God. And for you today, as we think about this and we think about this wonderful message that we have, oftentimes what happens is that we get caught up in the here and now. We get caught up in the circumstances, we get caught up in the situations of life, and we lose sight that God has called us to something. He hasn't called just preachers. He hasn't called just pastors. He hasn't called just Sunday school teachers. He hasn't called just missionaries. We are all a part of this family of God that is called. So you are called, I am called, and it comes that point in our life that we all need to look at verse 24 out of Acts chapter 20 and take it to heart. To move to the place that we say, wait a minute, I don't want to just be a Jesus follower in the sense that I want to get to heaven. I want to follow in his footsteps. I want to do the things that he wants me to do. I want to walk in that love. I want to walk in that understanding that I get to do what the creator of the universe created me for. That almost to the place that, wow, I should feel miserable if I'm not doing what God has called me to do. But oftentimes we act as if we're feeling miserable if we get called to do anything that God's called us to do. And yet God is love. So when I think about that, I put it back on, let's see here, let's put it back over here. And when I think about this and I think about what Jesus has done, I want you to think about today. Boy, that's really clear. There we go. It says, I tell you the truth. This is Jesus talking to Peter after he's already asked the question, do you love me? And as he asked that question, do you love me? I feel like this thing is delaying just a little bit, isn't it? I don't know. Yeah, it's not too bad. I tell you the truth. He says, do you love me? 3 different times. So that's earlier on in John chapter 21. So we're in John chapter 21. And it says, I tell you the truth. When you were young, you were able to do as you liked. You dressed yourself and went wherever you wanted to go. And I know that we immediately think about somebody's age. We think about somebody's background. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually, let's do this. I'm going to shut this down for a second because I feel like it's delaying. So let me shut that off. I'm going to pull it back up. Sometimes it delays. But I want you to think about when we were younger, but not just younger age-wise, but younger in our faith. And for us, this younger in the faith is vitally important because oftentimes what happens is that we expect everybody to walk the same way, in the same path, in the same direction, at the same time, but it just doesn't work that way. So each one of us are at a different spot in our life, a different phase in our journey, a different season. So when I was younger in the faith, if you will, I want you to think about the idea of younger in the faith. Let me see if this is going to now. Yeah, that's a little bit better. So it says, I tell you, you dress yourself and you will dress you. Let's see, it says, but when you are old, let me just start all over. I tell you the truth, when you were young, you were able to do as you liked. You dressed yourself and went wherever you wanted to go. But when you are old, you will stretch out your hands, and others will dress you and take you where you don't want to go. He is expressing to Peter this idea that he is going to now be crucified. We know that because we'll see what happens here in just a moment, right? So in this, I want you to think about this question. Before you came to Jesus, you were supposed to be able to do whatever you wanted. But the fact is, we're not doing whatever we wanted. We're doing whatever Satan wants, what this world wants, what our family wants, what our parents want, what our friends want. We're always being pulled in all kinds of directions, what social media wants of this world today. And I know that I'm on a social media platform right now. And there are some good things that happen because of social media. But there are far greater consequences and far greater circumstances due to social media and everybody having access to everything all at the same time. And what we end up doing is we end up following people. We end up following trends. I mean, think about it. I've never had a video one. I've been doing videos for years and I've never had one go viral. So people would say, well, then maybe it's your stuff. It stinks. It's this, it's that. Maybe. But at the end of the day, my life is worth nothing to me unless I use it for finishing the work assigned me by the Lord Jesus. Not by Facebook, not by TikTok, not by Snapchat, not by YouTube, not by X, not by Instagram, not by, and you fill in the blank of whatever other stuff that's being used. It's not for popular demand, it's not popular, and it's not supposed to be. We are called to do something that takes us to a place that maybe we don't want to go. And Peter is in this moment of he's been told 3 different times, feed my sheep, feed my lambs, tend for, care for my sheep. If you love me, do these things. So the social media will tell you got to follow a trend. You got to do what everybody else is doing. But Jesus says, I don't need you to do what everybody else is doing. I need you to follow me. See, Jesus said this to let him know what kind of death he would glorify God. Then Jesus told him, follow me. What I didn't read last week and the Wednesday before, I read now in verse 20. Peter turned around and saw behind them the disciple Jesus loved, the one who had leaned over to Jesus during supper and asked, Lord, who will betray you? In verse 21, Peter asked Jesus, what about him, Lord? Isn't that our mentality? You get pulled over by a police officer. I'm just giving an example. But you get pulled over on the highway and they pull you over. And don't you hear people all the time going, well, everybody else is going that speed. Why? What about everybody else? And he's like, I'm not talking to everybody else. I'm talking to you. Why are you the one speeding? I'm not asking about everybody else. And here Peter is, he's being told what to do. And he says, follow me. And he goes, what about that guy? What about John? What about him? And in verse 22, Jesus replied, if I want him to remain alive until I return, what is that to you? As for you, follow me. As for you, follow me. Today, Jesus is telling us this. He's telling you, he's telling me, he's telling everybody that is a Jesus follower, stop looking around at the trends. Stop looking around at what the world is saying is success. Stop looking for fame and for fortune. Stop looking for yourself to go viral. Stop looking around and saying, well, why are they getting success? Why are they getting that success? I mean, think about it. As a pastor, do you think pastors don't look around at other pastors and go, why are they so successful? Man, they're pastoring thousands of people. They are great. Why am I not that like that, Lord? Why am I not? And yet Jesus says, why are you looking around at them? If I want them to have that, if I want them to have that, if I want them to have that, none of that is your concern. I am telling you what I want you to do. So what we must do in our walk with Jesus is take our eyes off the circumstances, take our eyes off the people, take our eyes off of the others that distract us, the circumstances, the situations, the things of life. And I want you to think today, I want you to think, am I following Jesus where Jesus is telling me to follow? You are absolutely right. Just now seeing the comments. I am storing up treasures in heaven, not treasures of earth. So what if nobody's thankful to you? So what if nobody knows your name in 15, 20, 30, 50 years? Did you and are you doing what God has called you to do? Because ultimately, He's saying, I'm going to do with John what I want done with John, and I'm going to do with Peter what I want to do with Peter. I'm going to later on look and see Paul, and Paul's going to have this and he's going to do that. If we keep our eyes on Jesus, and isn't this a problem with Peter? Peter walking on the water, like he's the one who walked on water with Jesus. How many people do you know that walked on water? Jesus and Peter. Not the other disciples. They didn't get out of the boat. But what did Peter do when he got out on the water? He got distracted. He took his eyes off the Creator. And that's what happens to us. And here Peter is doing it again. He's taking his eyes off of what Jesus has called him to. And he's like, well, what about him? As for you, Jesus says, follow me. So the rumors spread among the community of believers that this disciple wouldn't die. But that isn't what Jesus said at all. He only said, if I want him to remain alive until I return, what is that to you? This disciple is the one who testifies to these events and has recorded them. We know that his account of these things are accurate. Jesus also did many other things. If they were all written down, I suppose the whole world could not contain the books that would be written. You see, there's so much that wasn't even talked about. What about all the other miracles? What about all the other encounters that Jesus had with people that didn't go known, but they influenced where we are today? Today, Jesus is looking at you and he's looking at me and he's saying there are so many things that are happening, the books can't contain them. So what you see one person being successful and it's shining light, isn't it for the glory of God? Yes, then let it be. Don't get caught up in social media. Don't get caught up in the things of this world and saying, what about them? What about them? What about them? Come follow me. As for you, Jesus says, follow me. How do you follow him? What must you do to follow him? One of the things that I do on a daily basis that I must remind myself of is I must give up my own way. I must deny myself. And man, oh man, that is tough. It is tough because we all want it our way. And I am constantly telling myself over and over again of these things, these stories. And Jesus goes, why are you bringing those things up? Do I have a call on your life? And I answer, yes, you do, Lord. He says, do I love you? And I go, yes, you do. He says, am I loved? Yes, you are. Am I the hope, the source of hope? Yes, you are. Am I the source of peace? Yes, you are. Am I your comfort? And oftentimes we start looking to the world to try to find comfort. And what does that do? Wherever you find your comfort is where you will follow. I want to find my comfort in Jesus. Not in food, not in social media, not on TikTok, not on Instagram, Facebook, you name it. That's not where I want to find my comfort. And yet, how often do we find ourselves scrolling, reading, finding agitation, finding ourselves unable to full on pray anymore? To pray more than a 5-second prayer, to actually sincerely pray. Jesus has a calling on your life. And Jesus is asking you and he's asking me the same question. When I look down and I see it. Yep, it's delaying again. I see the delay, but the sound is there. There we go. Let's do that. I want you to think today. Let's just take that off. Yeah. I want you to think today. Jesus asked the question of Peter, and he's asking the question of you. Do you love me? Do you love me? And all of a sudden, what will happen is that I will start saying, yeah, but I want to win that basketball game. Yeah, but I want to win as a coach to that soccer game. Yeah, I want to. Yeah, I want to. Yeah, I want to. I want to get that next fix. And I spend more time scrolling the phone, watching TV, than spending it with your family, with your spouse, with the Lord. Today, take a moment to slow down and say, Jesus, I'm tired of taking my eyes off of you and being distracted with the things of this world. I want to come into a relationship with you. Now, I'm not saying today that I need a relationship like I'm lost. Like, not that. But so many of us are quote unquote saved, but we're not walking and following the Lord. Today, take this moment as we get off of here. And I think I'll play that song again that Evan sang. I just really like it because one day we're going to see him face to face. Take this as a moment to say, Lord, help me to realign my eyes, to stop worrying about what other people are doing or what other successes people are having, and let me come follow you today. Know that you are loved. And at the end of this song, when this Bible study is over, when this little devotion time is over, slow down and evaluate what areas of your life you are not following Jesus, but you're following something else. Wherever you find your comfort is where you will follow.
Oh, I'm a traveler, far from home. I get lost, but I'll press on. There's a mansion in streets of cold where I belong. Yes, there's a day coming soon where the old will be brand new, and heaven's glory shines like a morning before our eyes. When we all see Jesus, when we all see Jesus, no more sickness, no more madness, no more pain. When we all see Jesus face to face, then we will sing with angel voices, and there will be a great rejoicing. And holy, holy, worthy, worthy is the Lamb. Oh, oh, oh. When we all see Jesus, yes, when we all see Jesus, no more sickness, no more madness, no more pain. When we all see Jesus face to face.